Here comes the fall. Choo-roo-roo-roo. Here comes the fall, and I say, we'll be alright. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Namaste, everyone. My name is Tiaggo Namaste. I'm a Ayurvedic Brazilian YouTuber, and since 2010, we have been recording videos, and now we are on the edge to start to record more videos in English. In this video, we are going to speak about the transition into fall in temperate zone of northern hemisphere and how this relates to what we call in the West as autumn. We are also going to, before that, speak about the transitional periods, the Ritu Sandhi, for those that are acquainted with Ayurveda. And the purpose of this video is to help to find a little important tips so you can change towards a new setting of metabolical function. If I do any mistakes with my English words, please write them down in the commentaries. So the first thing is that Ayurveda is a kind of a living system that brings how the weather is impacting our metabolism. And every metabolic season that we step into, our body needs to get to homeostasis there. So that means that it has to adapt to a new set of temperature, humidity, pressure, and so. Okay. And one of the major problems in current world, current way of living in all the northern hemisphere is that people usually in August, July, August, they have the summer vacations and they spend a lot of their health going for travel and this kind of stuff. I'm not saying that I'm against of this kind of stuff, but usually this brings a kind of weakness to the body. And this can lead to a broader window for immunological deficiency. And this is just one point that relates to the modern way that people live. And it's fine, it's how we live. But the second point is that all the transitions, since the body is going to adapt, in traditional Ayurveda, they consider kind of 14 days so that the body can readapt from one season, one set of environmental conditions towards the body. And in Ayurveda, we call this Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. And the other one that is going to be with more wind in the case of what you are coming to the fall. We are with more wind, we are with more coldness, with our more dryness also. And for the set of seasons that we understand in the West, that is summer, fall, winter, and spring, this is probably the one that is most challenging because the body is already weak. And we need to overcome that stress that it went through the process of summer and summer vacations. One important thing now, we're going to start with some tips here and there. If you feel that going out is not actually pleasant and you're needing to be more home based, doing more physical exercise in closed space, maybe drinking some little bit of warm water when you're waking up or when you're going to bed. Start to protect your body from the wind and from dryness. If you're already doing those Ayurvedic routines, start doing a little bit more of self-oleation and sudation of Abhyanga and Swedana. And all these processes are going to help us to keep the body prepare to reach the winter in a more safe manner. This is a general guideline that is going to be helpful for everybody that is 50 or 60 upwards. But even if we're 20, 30s, and so we need to take care if our body is used to be more fragile with a kryptonite in the beginning of the fall. The other thing that it's important is to see if you are under a lot of accumulated heat in the body. Today is September 21, 2023, but this is going to be generally. If you are transitioning from the heat or the hot season of the year into a more unstable, sometimes the body tries to flush out that heat through a diarrhea process, or maybe it can be also vomiting. It's not that common, but can happen. And to purge the system. Considering that we live in a world that you can buy aloe and drink it with, I know that it's refrigerated, but let's be a little bit practical here. Try to see if taking aloe in like the part of the day that is not yet too hot, but it's not actually in the first moments, first hours of the day. Consider that the sun is rising around 6. If so, around 8, 9, or 10, the day is going to be already hot. And you can drink increasing amount of aloe for 14 days. So that after 7 or 14 days, depending on your case, you can start to go down the mountain again. And this is going to create a simple way and a safe way of some detox. And this will help to cleanse your heat that is accumulated in your body. We could say in the Western way that it will help your liver to detox. And this probably will not create any side effects, considering that this is a broad video and it's unspecific. In Ayurveda, we always talk to a person and with all the considerations on how its metabolism it's working. But we can also say about general guidelines that will be interesting and see if possible to start to sleep a little bit earlier in the sense, or at least once in a week. Try to put out all your electronic devices after the sunset and see if you can just be as it was with no electricity around, including your cell phone, including your laptop, including your smart whatever, smart house. And try to be with some music, some relaxation, so that you can sleep as much as earlier as it's natural, and you can have a um, process of natural restoration that is really powerful and it's quite cheap. This is just a little bit of Ayurveda. And if you are willing to have a practical approach towards what we live in modern society, but also bringing in the tradition of this ancient knowledge and also perhaps a little bit of self-development and spirituality, you can watch also the videos that are in the description. I have some playlists. We have more than 4,000 videos in Portuguese in this channel, but we are starting to go for a new karmic period here. So these kind of videos you can share, of course, all this kind of stuff. You can put thumbs up, you can share, you can comment. And if you want to support this channel, you can have consultations. We also have courses and all this kind of stuff. Okay. So this mantra Usually I chant the mantra in the beginning, but since it was a new approach, this mantra is a mantra that it's called uh, pacifying mantra, shanti mantra, and it says that may we go through several. In the mantra itself, it's hundreds of autumns, and that our vision can be healthy, and so this has a specific concept about Indian culture, but it makes any sense here. Thanks for watching. Om Pashima Sharadashatam Jive Masharadashatam Buddhi Masharadashatam Rohe Masharadashatam Pushe Masharadashatam Bhave Masharadashatam Bhuye Masharadashatam Bhuyasi Sharadashatam Om Shanti 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 Om Namaste.